Hello everybody, this is Jim Glover, that branding guy at Once a Day Marketing, where business takes shape. And thanks for tuning in. I don't know if this is your first day, your fifth day, but we are finishing our first official week of Once a Day Marketing. So if you missed any of our blogs, you can always go back and check them out. And I encourage you to bookmark us and watch us whenever you can. Today is Digital Friday, and this is where we help you identify the best social media strategies to use to target your customers. Now, in today's world, there are a million different directions to go with social media, and probably by the end of this video, there's going to be 2 million. So you don't have enough time, and we don't have enough time to keep up on everything, but our goal is to kind of distill that down and provide you with some strategies and tactics using social media that will work for you to identify your best customers. Today's segment we are calling No Caspers Allowed. Be very, very visible. And Casper's great, friendly ghost, but on the internet, that's the last thing you want to be. You want to be as visible as humanly possible, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So in this modern digital world, it's not a good idea to be invisible. As nice as Casper is, and as friendly as Casper is, on the internet, you want to be very, very visible. So how do you know if you're very visible? Well, there are tons of search engines out there. I know you've been using search engines. Perhaps most of you have. And there's some great search engines out there. You know, there's Google, Yahoo, AOL, there's Bing, there's DuckDuckGo, there's Excite. So there's lots of search engines out there. What I'd like for you to do is go out and look at some of these search engines and then bookmark them and then use them to make entries into searching about yourself, your company, your products, your brands. And that's what we're going to talk about next. But the first thing I want you to do is compile that list of search engines that you like. Now that you have your list of various search engines to use, I want you to create another list. I want that list to be comprised of your name, your company name, your product names, perhaps words you use to describe your products, maybe even the name of your competitor and their products. And then enter those into the search engines and do some tests. See what pops up. Are you filling the whole page on page 1 with everything, or are you somewhere off in the abyss? What you can do is, if you have the means to grab a page freeze or print, capture that research that particular day and just stick it in a folder. And then as you do this kind of search, as you go back keying in words that relate to your business, your product, over time in these various search engines, hopefully you'll start seeing yourself appearing in these search engines a lot more. We're going to talk about techniques in the future of how to be in these search engines more. But right now, this is just a benchmark to see where you are at the moment. And that's what I want you to do. Hopefully you're seeing yourself a lot more than your competition, but again, don't worry about it. Over time, you definitely will be seeing yourself more on these search engines. So you did your search, what'd you find? Well, if you found yourself out there in many places using these search engines, congratulations. You are anything but Casper. Now, if you are a bit of a Casper out there and you're not seeing yourself as much as you'd like, don't worry about it. What we're creating here is a benchmark so that in the future, as we progress, as you do more digital marketing in the future, you're going to be able to keep coming back to these search engines and finding out if you're becoming more visible. And that's our goal. And I believe that if you follow all the tips that we're recommending here in Once a Day Marketing, that you will become more visible all the time on the internet. People will find you, and of course when they find you, then they can call you up and do some business with you. Well, thank you once again for watching our video blog at Once a Day Marketing. And I encourage you to again share our site with your friends who might need some marketing assistance. Would love for you to give us any comments. Want your input all the time so we can enhance our own brand. Please go out to Facebook and like us. Soon we'll be tweeting, so you'll be able to follow us with our tweets. And if you ever need any direct support, feel free to contact me. My contact information follows up on this video. So I am Jim Glover, that branding guy. You are watching Once a Day Marketing, and we will see you next time.